Hello and welcome to In Conversation. This time my guest is somebody who is actually not been in his state as often as I believe he should have been, because the state is in the midst of a storm on an unprecedented scale, and that is Kashmir. And the person I'm talking to is Farooq Abdullah, the President of the National Conference. And his son, the Chief Minister, is actually facing a lot of flack. Let us start with a Quranic and a biblical story. Abraham was called upon to sacrifice his son, and in the pursuit of truth, he agreed, blindfolded. And what happened? The result was good for him and was good for his son, because when he opened his eyes, he found that that is what Bakrid is all about. You have reached a stage in the valley where you've got to have that Abrahamic courage to say, yes, my son has gone wrong and I'm willing to sacrifice him.
I think that is going too far.
You think Abraham went too far?
No. Abraham's thing was different. Abraham's son told his father, if those are God's orders, Dad, don't worry. Go on, do it. Here it is no God's order. Here there are political opponents whose basic interest is in the chair, or there are people who are secessionists, who want secession from India. Either he fights it courageously, which he is doing. That is the only way forward. He didn't run away. He is facing it. And he is facing it with all courage that he has got at his command. And I think it will make him stronger. It will make him better. It will make him to understand who are friends and who are foes. It will also make him to understand the psyche of the people of Kashmir.
Farooq, it's held against you that when the trouble started, you stayed on in London for 9 days. You didn't come back. Now, let me complete this. You didn't come back because you thought that if you interfered, it will lead to a family quarrel. And you didn't want to face that.
My problem was, he's the commander-in-chief. There is no super commander-in-chief.
The party president is the commander-in-chief or not?
No. Chief Minister is the commander-in-chief of the state and maybe commander-in-chief of the party. Point here is, he had to realize that this is his battle at this time. He is the commander. We are all soldiers. My soldiers are there. In every village they are. In every town they are. But they are not gundas. They are not stone throwers. They are not the ones who, even when they were being eliminated, don't forget a period of 89, 87 and up to 96, where almost all top leaders of mine were eliminated in one go. My party still stayed and fought.
Farooq, sometimes it's useful to take a turn, to resile from one's position, not on the case itself. But what I'm saying is, in your attitude towards your opponents, look at Ali Shah Gilani's call. It has, even when the procession, that funeral procession, the hundreds and thousands of people had collected, he gave a call and nothing happened. And in fact, Omar sent one of his emissaries, I think it was Rana. He went and spoke to Gilani Sahab. What is wrong with continuing this cooperative venture?
Who says no? For a long time we have been saying it's a political problem. Has to be sorted politically.
How do we proceed now? How do we build on this response from Gilani Sahab?
One thing I must tell you, I respect Gilani Sahab, but I do not respect his view of secession. that is absolutely straight to him. We can settle our quarrel with Delhi. Delhi has to be magnanimous in coming and seeing within the Indian constitution what are the wishes of people of Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh. Otherwise, you might overcome this episode. Next episode will not be far off.
People said that this time the people's anger was of another dimension. It was different. The source of anger was different. And what was there? That was, why were the people so charged this time as compared to any previous occasion?
You see, first and foremost thing, let us see the players behind it. One of the players is PDP. Have never accepted that they were thrown out of power when there was Congress and their coalition and their 3 years were over. The trouble Azad went through, you should ask him. Whereas during his tenure of 3 years, Congress played second fiddle but did not create any disturbance. As soon as Azad came, trouble brewed up. When the elections were held, and they offered to Congress that, look, you take everything, but don't get national conference in. Well, you see, let me tell you, this is one group that has never accepted that, and they will do anything to destroy the state. One. Secondly, we have a group that is definitely for independence. They think independence will bring tremendous benefits to the state, not realizing that we have nothing. And there is a third group that wants to merge with Pakistan. Now, all these elements have joined hands. Secondly, government failed where it failed. The promises made to the unemployed youth that you will be absorbed in services very soon. 15 months, 16 months was a long-term problem for them. It's not only a question of development, that you will make roads, you will make bridges, you will make all other things.
Who has not done it?
You see, our problem is we don't have the money. The state is totally dependent on central funds.
For 18 months, for 18 months, you can't appoint an accountability commission. You can't appoint a